This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFLTV. We're in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, for the Canelo versus Crawford first press conference. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Viddal Riley. How are you, mate?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
What do you think about this fight?
It's exciting. I think it's the first fight we're going to be excited for Canelo, like involving Canelo in a while. I mean, Skull was like, okay, cool. Belango was like, cool. Charlo was like, cool. This is like, all right. Now we're going to get to see if Canelo is still that guy.
And the weight difference, how much of a factor is that going to be in it?
It's going to be a factor. Seeing Crawford against Madrimov, I don't think a lot of people put it down to the weight, how he performed, but I think it's just Madrimov's a big 154 and awkward. So I think it's not. I don't think the weight's going to tell as much in this one, and even though it's heavier based on the styles.
It comes onto that kind of fantasy fight. We didn't see this fight kind of years ago ever happening, but with Turkey involved now in boxing, these fights are a possibility.
Right. No, genuinely, if you would have said Canelo versus Bob Crawford, you would have never believed it. Especially when one guy's fighting at middleweight, one guy's fighting at light welter. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you didn't expect it to happen, but Crawford looked big though. Taking the time out to put the weight on, and he's had like a year to prepare for this, so he could also bulk and be ready. So I'm interested to see, really more so, if Canelo can show us flashes of him in the past, because we haven't seen that Canelo in a while. He's had a few touches, based on his level, how elite he is, he's had a few touches. This is not a touch with Bob Crawford.
Just a quick question about this. A few months ago, there was a strong possibility before Canelo fought Skull of that fight with Jake Paul happening. That was on the verge of happening, I was led to believe. In your opinion, and I'm not asking you like a silly question or a rhetorical question, how would that fight have played out had that happened with Canelo and Jake Paul?
Well, Canelo wins the fight. It wouldn't have been early though. It would have taken him a few rounds to break him down, because Jake's naturally a bigger person, so he wouldn't have went in there and crashed through him in a matter of seconds. I think it would have maybe taken about 4 or 5, maybe. About 6 max. Because, you know, boxing, you can navigate it. Like, if you look at Skull, for example, if Jake has a couple Skull rounds, it can last.
Makes it awkward. Yeah, it could make it awkward.
I mean, everyone goes, oh, he will knock him out, he won't even last 3 rounds. It's like, that's not really how the game works. But there's no doubt Canelo would win. It would just be when. Like Mayweather-McGregor, you know what I mean?
I was going to say Mayweather-McGregor. That's a great example of that. Because everyone just thinks he'd, would have knocked him out early, etc., etc. But
it is. The other person wants to win too, do you know what I mean? They don't come in there to let you win, so with Jake putting his whole life into saying he's going to be the best in boxing, I'm pretty sure he's going to give it a try, and he'd last a few rounds.
Can you guess my next question?
Go on, I don't want to guess it.
What's going on? You and Alois Jr. What's happening?
To it. There is not much to it at all. There's more on Alois' side than my side. From the moment I beat Chev, I sat down with the team. I said, what's the plan? He said, you should look to return in September. I said, okay, September it is, yeah? Fought in December. Supposed to fight Isaac in Feb. Just because the fight fell through doesn't mean I didn't train for it. Continue training to fight Chev. I'm back in September. It's just that simple. And Queensbury suggested August 19th card, which is here. And my plans is to fight at Tottenham again on the rematch of Eubank and Ben, whenever that is going to be. So it makes more sense for me to fight in Tottenham at this stage. So I'm waiting until that card. And no one even knows what an Alois is apart from a will. And then because he's got a little bit more likes and a little bit more traction than he's got before, he's really putting his foot down on it. But just wait till September. It's just that simple, man. I ain't really got.
Are you saying people are hyping him up too much?
I don't think anyone. I think he's hyping himself too much. I haven't seen on socials anyone actually hyping him, but he is hyping him. And the Queensbury people are hyping him, which is their job.
But if it's right for you, you have no issue with that fight whatsoever.
No.
The terms are right for you.
No. Honestly, I went on TalkSport. Within a week of him calling me out to say, I will fight you next. I have no problem fighting Alois. It's just the date that they gave is not a date that works for me, and apparently I've turned down the fight, and it's all messy.
Okay. So just finally, what do you expect to happen as of now, like in the next sort of few weeks? Do you expect any kind of movement regarding that date or it happening later on?
It's just a messy time right now. It's a messy time right now. There's just a lot going on, isn't it? There's a lot going on. So I just have to sit back and see what's cooking, because a lot of things, yeah. That's what I can say.
All right, I can read between the lines of that. That's fine. All right, Viddal, listen, much appreciate your time, and yeah, we'll watch the Canelo-Crawford press conference, and then yeah, safe travels back home whenever you're going back.
Appreciate you, KUGAN.
All right, top man, Viddal Riley.